Okay, we're live.
Okay. Doesn't look like we have much of an audience yet. Oh, there they come. Okay, I will call the meeting of the Irvington Architecture Review Board to order. As is usually the case, we will start with continuations, go to revisions, and then on to new matters in an ascending order in the number, the application numbers as they ascend. So we will start with the only continuation we have that's active is ARB 2194, which is Primetime Collect 10B South Broadway, and it's the change of the sign. We have a hand up, Sarah?
If you're here to represent the application, if you can please hit the raise hand button, please. Nobody's raising their hand.
Okay. We will go on then to the revisions, which is ARB 21-28, 3 Beechwood Road. We will have Michael Serrata recuse himself as this is his premise. We will have a 4-member board on this, and we have, well, Michael, why don't you tell us what the changes were? They were minimal at best, but.
Sure. Do you want me to share the screen?
If you can, yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me know if you see that.
Yep, I can see it. I don't know about anybody else.
Yep.
Move you guys around. So basically, we had approval back, I think it was in March of 2021, to do some work on the front of the house and back of the house. Some of the work included building this new front porch. We weren't planning on changing the windows down underneath the front porch. We were going to keep the bay windows, but after building the porch, we realized that the front bay windows were sticking out too much onto the porch and we were losing a lot of area there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're opting to take away the bay windows. We're going to install new windows, replacement windows, frame it out maybe 6 or 8 inches from the house, just to have a little bit of a effect from the inside of the house, so we don't lose the whole bay. That's pretty much it. Just the 2 windows below on the front porch are going to be changed.
Could you show the side of the house and show the difference between what was approved and what is now the case as far as the protrusion from the house?
Yep. So basically, side of the house, you can see the dotted line was where the bay window was. You know, with some plans to put it maybe like a swing or something and some hangout area. It just was really jetting out too much.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to cut it back. And I mean, we have it listed probably around 8 inches, but we're probably looking at 6 inches to stick out. Again, just so from the inside of the house, we have a little bit of a ledge.
Finish of the windows,
Yeah, we have a
lights on the windows the same.
We have a window schedule over here.
Yep.
They're an MI 1650 series replacement windows, vinyl. The insides, no change really on the insides. The grills are going to remain as they are right now, similar to what they are right now.
Okay.
In kind to the rest of the house.
All right. I didn't have any issues or questions. Anybody else?
Is it still a bay, Michael, or is it more angular, more of a square?
No, more of a square.
Uh-huh. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay. I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Abstentions? Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Rick,
Uh-huh.
Just since you did the continuation before, prime time is now on the meeting.
Okay. All right, let's go back then to the first continuation, ARB 21-94, 10B South Broadway, sign. Do I have a hand raised, Sarah?
It's just here and I hit promote the panelist and he disappeared. Oh, curious.
Okay, we can see you. Can we hear you?
You guys hear me?
Yep, no, we can hear you.
Yeah, so I'm Vinny from Ham Time. Last time we showed you guys our new storefront sign that we were looking to put up, and there was just too many like colors in it, if you guys recall.
Right.
So let me just see if I can find out how to share my screen now.
If you look at your screen, there's a green button on the bottom of it, says share screen.
Yeah, all right, I think I got it.
Yeah, click that and you'll have to click one other thing, I think, going in.
All right, one sec.
Oh, we lost them. I saw some blue and white flash there, so you're almost there. You're muted, Vincent.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
Yeah,
there
I
we go.
update my settings on my computer. So now you got the screen.
I can't see it yet.
Oh, here we go.
All right, there we go.
Okay, let me just pull this up.
Slide it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we put this one through this time with just the white backdrop with the blue on it, instead of the red and the gray that we had in the previous one.
Right.
I think the white is just really simple, and I think the blue is really our primary color, so I'm okay with it just being the blue.
Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead, Gil.
I think it looks good. So,
I
Thank
agree. I
Yeah,
are
agree.
you,
Really
are you
proud.
going to paint the brick above it, like the black?
Yeah, we haven't thought about it yet. I think that maybe it would be a good idea to maybe paint it something that would fit well with the white.
Yeah, I think it would continue over, and the Broadway Bar and Grill next to you did it. It looks really good. So
Yeah.
better than what's there. I think it'll make your sign stand out a lot more. So
What color do you think would look good behind that?
I think the black would be nice. So
Black. Got it. Yeah, I think anything better right now than I think it's the yellow brick right now that's there. Just
Yeah.
It always was pretty hideous.
mhm. I think it made a big difference in the front of their storefront when they did it.
Right. No, absolutely.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions?
I have a
concerns?
question.
Yeah.
Is the sign going to be white? Because when I look at the revision online, the sign shows blue.
Oh, so we actually have two separate ones, but we were gonna use the white and the blue one. I don't know if you guys saw this one too.
That's what I see online on the portal.
Oh, then maybe they uploaded both of them. We should have uploaded both of them.
There's only one there that I know of.
No, I gotcha. Well, I mean, just for the time being too, would this one be a good one too, possibly that we can use?
It'll be a little harder to find a background color that goes with it, but
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
That's why I think I was definitely probably okay with the white and the blue for sure. The original one.
I think, Randy, do you have an opinion on this
I think the white background's much better.
with the
Yeah.
black, like Broadway Bar and Grill? Yeah.
Yeah, it really,
Randy has an impressive background, so.
Yeah.
Good
it
person.
would give you a lot of options for when you decide to paint the brick.
That was my thought as well.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna approve this white background, blue lettering. Vincent, you have any problem with that?
Yeah. No, I'm okay with this one.
Okay, so when I do make a motion to approve, it will be the white background with the blue lettering.
Yeah.
Do I have a second on the motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Second.
I didn't hear it. Somebody just say something?
Aye.
Okay.
Mitch, you're fading out, I think. You?
Yeah, a little distortion there, Mitch.
I don't see him. I don't see him either.
It's unstable. I don't know what. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can now.
All right. I'm sorry. I think I'm probably pushing my internet a little hard right now.
Any questions or concerns with this?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So it's a
Definitely
5-0.
good. It's clean and it will work with the dark
I agree.
background.
I
Me too.
agree. Okay,
Be really nice. Good luck with it.
we're good to go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Have a great night, guys.
You could just
Yeah.
stop sharing. There we go. Okay, we will move on to new business or new matters. ARB 2201. 32 Osceola Avenue fence.
Hi there. Are you able to hear me okay?
Yes, we do now. Yep.
Let me share screen.
Mhm.
Thanks for hearing me. We have been chipping away at the perimeter fence that was in some disarray when we moved in a few years ago. This is the survey. We have already kind of this is either approved or completed the black area over here. And what we're proposing is just sort of extending it one last run, this green area. Originally, I had written a 6-foot fence. The current fence is 6 foot. It's a chain link, but I think it'll look nicer at 5. So if it's okay, I would repropose it.
It would be preferable as far as I'm concerned,
to be
especially it's
5,
in
yeah.
front of the house.
This is also 5 already over here, so it
Right.
makes more sense with that. The current chain link is 6 and it's just overbearing. The current state of affairs is not particularly good. That's what I'm showing you here. This is what we're replacing.
Mhm.
It kind of is a little bit mangled further down as well. And this would be where we would meet. It would be adjacent to the fence over here, make a run towards the street and then cut down with this same design. And then here's just more of a close-up of the design. This is a different location, but just to give you a sense as to the color, the cap, and what the posts and such look like. So
It's
that's
going to match exactly. what-
exactly, yeah, same color and same pattern, same design.
Okay. Well, it was okay the last time. It's okay by me now. Anybody have any questions or concerns?
No.
Okay. I will make a motion to approve then, and look for a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Mitch, that was an approval or a denial? Mitchell,
Can you hear me?
I can now. Was that an approval, Mitch, or a denial?
I approve.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. We're good to go, Mr.
Sorry.
Rubinson.
Sorry, what's up?
Mr. Rubinson, you're good to go. Thank you. Moving on. 2202, 55 Circle Drive. Also a fence? Tina. No. Now I am. No, I'm not.
Can you see me now?
We can see you, yep. We can
Okay,
hear you
great.
too.
Good. Okay, so I have a pretty straightforward fence proposal, which I would like to show you. How do I share my screen? Okay.
If you put your cursor on the screen, it should you'll see a green
Yeah, I
square.
got it.
Share screen.
I got it.
It may prompt you to do something else after that, but
There we go. Can you see the plan there?
we can now, yep. Yes,
Okay,
we can.
so this is pretty simple. The top of the page is facing north. My property is below the green line. Our neighbor is above the green line, and all we really want to do is construct a fence where the green line is to identify the border between the two properties.
Okay.
You can see Circle Drive and Riverview Drive. I don't know if you're familiar with that spot or not. Basically, the fence would just run from Circle Drive, which is where the front of our house is, all the way to the back of our property, which is bounded by the Kybel property behind it. The proposal is for a very simple post and rail fence with 2 rails, simply to identify where the border is. We recently had it surveyed. The survey is part of our application, and that's really what we are proposing. What I can show you by way of pictures, I'm going to switch to my other picture. That's the view from Circle Drive, facing more or less east-ish. The house to the left is our neighbor's house. That's the house of.
We're not seeing that. I'm not seeing that.
Oh, you don't?
No.
You don't see the picture up?
No. All I see is still the green line.
I think you just shared the PDF.
You have to reshare the screen, I think, to a different screen.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can do that.
Yeah, you stop sharing.
How about that?
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, so what you're looking at, again, is a view from Circle Drive heading up the property, which is an easterly direction. The house right there is owned by a longtime, lifelong Irvington resident, Gordon Elliott. He's our next door neighbor for 18 years. But we think that now that we're both getting a little old, that it might be a good time to actually identify where the fence is. And the reason is that it's a little tricky. You can see to the right that it's a very wooded area, and the fence is going to go right through there. So we've had it all surveyed and all laid out. We just want to make sure everyone knows exactly where the border is.
Okay.
And that's really it. I could show you another picture of coming from the opposite direction, coming down. But basically, it's going to go. It just basically goes right through the middle of those trees.
Does your application show the actual fence, what it looks like?
Yeah, I included a description from, we're using Newmat, and he sent along his brochure with an explanation of the simple post and rail, two rail, 3-foot high fence.
Okay. But it is in the application.
Yes.
I had a hard time. I don't know if it's easy for you to show us, but there were so many fences on his.
That was my question too.
brochure.
Yep.
Right.
My question was also which fence and which finish.
I have it here. It's a wood. If you can hold on, I think you can probably pull it up here.
Go back. Just go back to your other, the application.
Well, I can go to Steven. I have my email from Steve where I can find out what he quoted me. Here, hold on.
Okay.
No, it's not here. Hold on. Oh, I don't have it handy. I might have to. I don't remember exactly what the finish was. I think it was spruce, but I just honestly don't remember. It's either spruce or cedar. It's nothing unusual.
All right, but the actual design of the fence, it's just a 2-post.
Just a 2-post and rail. It's 3 foot tall fence, two rails. It's the simplest. And it's really not viewable from the street. You can see from looking at this picture, right. You'll barely be able to see it because it's going to kind of disappear into the woods.
Okay. 2 rail. Okay. Anybody have any other questions, concerns?
You said it's a wood fence?
Yeah, it's a wood fence.
Okay.
And it's not going to have any like lattice work or mesh. It's just going to be the wood.
Right.
Can everybody hear me?
And everybody what?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
When the fence goes into that strip of woods, I imagine a lot of the shrubbery is going to have to be pulled out to run.
No, actually not. Here, let me show you another
Have they
view.
talked about that? to
Hold
you?
on. Let me show you another view. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Okay, here's another view. This is sort of from the top. So if you were to cut, the fence comes from Circle Drive and heads east. Now you're at the eastern edge, looking down back to where we were before. And what you can see is that actually it's mostly tree trunks, and the fence can easily be put. There'll be no trees coming down or anything like that. The fence can easily go in through the trees, and there isn't any shrubbery at the top. There's a little shrubbery, but the fence doesn't really go through that. There'll be no removal of shrubs.
So is this,
Okay,
The
fair
rails
enough.
can probably be placed right through it, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Okay.
even if they have to skew just a little bit, they can do that with post and rail?
exactly. That's exactly right.
Is this going right on the property line?
Essentially, yes. I mean, he may leave like 6 inches or something, but yeah, it's going on the property line.
And Mr. Elliott is okay with that?
Yes, we've spoken to him. We didn't ask him for a formal,
No, that's fine.
sign off, but
you don't have
know, as I said, we've lived next door to him for 18 years. So we've already had many discussions and he's okay with it. When we have the stakes, because we had it surveyed, we've staked out the spot. So he already sees exactly where it's going to go.
Okay, I understand we have an attendee that wants to speak.
Yes, there is. They just need to identify themselves. It just says that their name is displayed as 19146.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello,
Please
hello?
identify yourself.
Hi, it's Pat Elliott from.
Oh, hi, Pat.
Hi. I figured I'd join just in case. I don't know how to do this. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're totally fine with it. Absolutely, there's stuff that I don't think a fence would be I mean, it's gonna be a little challenging, but I think Newmac can do it anyway to go up the hill. But there's very little shrubs. There's like forsythia. It's fine. And the survey is exactly where our markers used to be, which they're no longer there because they've come out. But my question is, how close to the road does it come? Like, do you really go right to the curb or?
No, Pat, I believe that it goes to about, I have to look at it. It's about 3 feet. It's where the green begins. There's a
Right.
little grass in front. Let me go back to the other view. Hold on a minute. Yeah. So here you can see the bottom. So you see that
we can't
it's
see
kind of
it,
like
David.
where that first,
We don't see it yet.
We're not seeing it, David.
you don't see, oh, hold on. How about now?
It's coming. There it is.
There it is.
So you see where that first tree is?
there.
That first tall tree sticking up?
Yep.
That's basically where it's going to start.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Any questions from the board? Okay, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Okay. You're good to go.
Thanks
Second.
very much, guys. Thanks, Pat.
Okay, thanks, David. Okay, continuing on with our fence theme tonight. We'll go to 22-03, 15 Beechwood Road. Also a fence. This is a little more complex than the other two.
Rick, I'm going to recuse myself from this one.
Okay. We have a hand raised, Sarah? Oh, there we are. Okay. For the record, Mr. Michael Serrata has recused himself as a neighbor. So we will have a 4-person application review. Hello. You got it. I think you're muted, or we're not hearing you for some reason.
Your mic's not working.
Yeah, your mic isn't on, or I don't know if it recognized the mic because it's not asking.
Hello, hello.
Well, there we are.
Hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what I said was hello, friends and neighbors. Nice to
Yeah.
see you, and thanks for having us.
Okay.
Apologies in advance if a little toddler runs by. Hopefully he won't. But
I have the same
ready-
problem.
Ready? Awesome. So ready to go here. And yes, we have the larger fence, but I can start screen sharing right away.
If you
So
would.
there is an existing fence on the property. It is also a majority chain link. And can you see my browser now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah? No?
No, not yet.
Not now. All right, tech woes.
Did you hit share screen?
Yep. Share. Okay. Are we in business?
Not yet.
Not yet. Try one more time. Now or not yet?
Nope. Are you seeing it on your screen?
I am.
Yeah.
Try one more time.
Oh, yeah.
It could be something in the background that you'll never find right now that's not allowing you to open up.
Phew.
Yes, system.
Will not be able to click
preferences.
on this.
Can we pull it up from our?
Sarah, in the
drawings?
interest of time, Sarah, could you pull that up? The application for
Sorry about that.
2203?
It'll take me a minute.
Go to system preferences
Okay.
and then go to privacy. Privacy.
Yeah.
Okay, source.
See if that does
That
anything.
might help. So go to screen share again.
Rick, I have it loaded up if you want me to pull it up.
Yeah, if you can, Michael, please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now you can see it.
Well, no, I think this is Mike's.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
That's
Very helpful and appreciated. Thank you. So we are working with a.
Matt, just tell me where you want to go, like what page. or
Yeah, I
whatever.
mean, this is that. Thanks, Mike. This is good for now. So this just shows Colony Fence are the contractor. They're based out of White Plains. We vetted them. They seem to be well regarded. There's a high level mention on this page about what we're looking to do, which is a majority of aluminum fencing around the property. And there's a little bit of the same, just shorter black aluminum fencing in the interior. When we get to the survey, I can show you exactly where that is. And then the slight deviation from the black aluminum fence, which is all commercial grade and to code, is in the main gate entry area. We're looking to do a combination of aluminum and cedar, just because it will afford us a bit more privacy in that main entry area and be a bit more attractive as well. And the last thing, just to reiterate before we're having our tech issues, the current fence, and we do have photographs of this as well, is almost all chain link. It's not in great condition. It's probably been here since the house was built in the 80s. And then there's a vinyl entry currently as well. So Mike, you can kind of jump further ahead, keep going. Let's just get to something more interesting looking. Okay, so this is the cut sheet from the manufacturer, and it shows the black aluminum fence.
But I don't
brand
think
new
yours has
start.
those yours doesn't have the circles in it, does it?
No, it doesn't. So if you
Why don't
kind
we
of scan
scroll
down,
down to show which
Yeah.
fence?
and I circled it on this page. It's
Okay.
E2 right there.
Mhm.
Yep.
So that's the
contemporary.
bulk of the fence. That's the, couple of 100-foot.
Right. Yeah, that would be going basically, and you'll see on the survey, all around the backyard where the existing fence is. And for the interior area, I know this might be a little tricky to understand before we look at the survey, but there's an area in the inner yard that has sort of a steep grade. So there currently is a post and rail, which is also pretty dilapidated, just to prevent people, from walking down that steep part of the hill in the yard. And so we're just going to replace that as well, also with a lower matching aluminum fence. So it'll
That's
be same
the
style.
3-foot high fence?
Yes, correct.
Okay. You have a picture of what the gates look like, I believe?
So on the next page, yep, you can see the gates, and they should just be the single arch gate right there.
Even the larger gate is a single arch?
It is at this point. I imagine I could talk to the contractor about it and change it, but I believe it is just a single arch gate because that's what's there currently.
They're 4 and 5 foot, right?
Yes.
You don't have a 6 foot.
No.
When you get to that dimension, it's usually best to do 2, but I think we have 4s and 5s. So it's, in my opinion, the single gate is fine.
Okay, great.
And that's good. And that's all black, right?
That's all black, correct.
So this is the fence, the privacy fence?
So yeah, this is just for the area by the main gate, and it will also cover we have a pool, and next to the main gate is also the pool, mechanicals in that area. So currently there are some shrubs which will remain, all that stuff will stay there, but in addition to replacing the vinyl, which is also pretty dilapidated, we thought this would give it a more attractive look that will match some of the other wood touches on the property and be a bit sturdier too.
The only thing I can think of is especially because this is in the front of the house, I believe, right?
It's on the side. Yeah, you'll be able to see it from the front, but it's at the bottom of the driveway.
Normally we prefer 5 foot high in these areas. I get why you want 6 for privacy, but it's usually not, not preferred. Anybody else have any issues, concerns?
My only comment, if I can make a comment to this, is that it is on the bottom of a driveway. So it's like, even though it's 6, I think when you're looking from the top of the driveway, it doesn't look that high. And I just know that because I live on the street.
Can we see it on the site plan?
So do I have a photograph of it?
No, I don't have a good internet connection. Do we have a site plan that we can use?
Yeah. There's a better one than that. No, that's the one. Or is that the one, or is there a better one than that? No, that's the one.
So I actually had, and apologies, I might have misunderstood what I was supposed to put on the USB and hand in tangible copies. I had highlit copies that I also dropped off, but I didn't do it to this digital copy. The fence you can kind of see about halfway, on the property. It goes down the right side, down the left side, all the way across the back. And then the gate to the main gate is right next to where it's set to the right of 2-story stucco. So you'll see our driveway, of course, goes all the way down that way, and it's sloping, as Mike mentioned. Maybe that's why they'd originally done it to 6, because they figured since it was on a downward slope, it was affording a bit more privacy right there. But that's the only thing I could think of.
All right, so
I just want to know which fence, if you're looking at the front of the house,
Mhm.
you're seeing the wood fence on one side and the aluminum on the other?
So just in that area by the gate and the filters, the wood would be. Where currently, and you can see in the photographs above this, if we do want to check those out, right now there's a white vinyl, like plastic vinyl privacy gate there. So it would be replacing that area.
Can we see the photo? That would be great. I see them over on the left there. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So that's the final vinyl right there.
Yes.
So how many feet of this wooden slip fence are you proposing?
Let me look on my.
Approximately, I mean, like
Yeah.
10.
No, I have the exact. Let me just pull up the contract.
It was like
So
40 feet.
no, it's because it curves like that. I think is it 22? And it cuts in, so that's not 22 feet straight. It's goes and then it cuts in and it weaves behind those tall cedars or arbors you see right there and goes in front of the pool
On the
filter. Yeah, right on the
Michael,
inside.
are you driving? Can you enlarge this?
Yeah, sure.
Any way you could trace the path of that solid wooden fence?
So Matt, you guide me. It starts at the
Yep.
gate.
Yep, and just to the so go there, yep, and then up a little and just past where the S in the filters is. So it would just cover that front area, and from the
No, it's
front of
not. It's not where it says stone curb.
No, it would follow exactly where the existing fence line is, which is where you see gate.
Oh,
and then
sorry.
it comes
Yeah,
back
it goes
and then,
up and then
Yeah,
over.
and then filters. Yep.
Up here.
So it's
And then stop-
basically
Does it stop at that circle?
it stops at the word filters.
Yeah, okay.
It stops at the word filters. And to be honest, a good portion of that is actually going to be hidden behind the
Forgive
existing.
me, guys, I have to leave. I'm terribly sorry.
Who was saying that?
Mitch.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's right. Mitch might be back. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So and then from that point over to the right is what type of fence?
Then it continues on aluminum everywhere else.
Okay. Okay. So,
So-
and you don't think it's a problem having a 6-foot high fence and then dropping down to a 5-foot high fence?
Sorry, are you asking me?
Yeah.
Because of the amount of greenery that's right there, I don't even think it will be
Okay.
noticed. And as it is, that's what's happening with the existing vinyl to chain link.
Well, we're glad you didn't come to us with vinyl, that's for sure.
Me too. So is my wife.
All right. Is this area that we're talking about, is that in photographs up above? Where you could show us
Yeah.
that shrubbery or greenery, whatever you want to call it?
Sure. Yeah, actually, on page 11, Mike, if you don't mind, you can see
There it is.
the start of that. You see how tall it is. They're probably, 15
6 foot.
feet. Yeah.
Okay. Could you move over, Mike, to the left?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm okay with it. I don't know. Anybody else want to chime in?
I mean, I think I'm okay with it because I sort of see where you're going in terms of, the lawn not being flat and the high hedges. So,
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
No, I think it looks good.
no, nice choices.
Okay. We are down to a minimum at this point, Gail, Randy, and myself, as far as being able to make a decision on this. But I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, Randy in favor?
Aye.
We're good to go.
Thank you very much. And we'll have a pool party and invite everyone this summer.
We'll be waiting.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Bye, Mike.
Take care.
Thank you. Okay. Moving on, we're at 2204, 6 and 8 South Ecker. Windows?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Emily Burley. I'm the owner of 6-8 South Ecker. Let me try and share this.
No, yeah.
Do you see it?
Not
Yeah.
yet.
No.
I'm sorry, and I thought I had you all like all set. I'm sorry.
All right. There we go.
Okay, great. Okay. Perfect. We are, the current windows are in various states of disarray and various kinds of windows, so nothing really matches currently. So since we have to replace some of the windows, we're going to go ahead and replace all of the windows to get them all to match. And currently, I think most of them are 1/1, but what looks like the oldest windows in the basement are actually, and a couple in the back are actually 2/2. So we're gonna go with the 2/2, and they're Anderson 400 series, and they're all black except for the front. These 6 here, this area is all white, so they stay white.
Is that the porch, Emily?
Yeah, it's like the bump out of
The entry porches? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a different material. It's hard to tell on this why they would be different, but if you look at the house itself, let me see if I can actually get you a picture of what it currently looks like.
Is this the only side of the house that's getting all new windows or the whole house?
The whole house.
Okay.
So all match. Nope, that's a picture of my son in in snow pants. Sorry about that. There we go. That's what the house currently looks like.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So the front ones that are bumped out in that little like vestibule will be white, and that front part's remaining white. And then the rest of the house is going to be like a gray with black windows and white trim.
Okay.
So the window sizes aren't changing.
Nope.
Okay.
Just
And-
the style. It'll be 2/2, I gather. All right.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. No, I
And that's all the windows are going to be that.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, you already have 2/2 in the front there, and I think it's a good improvement.
I agree. Especially since she did a little homework and found that that's probably what was the original.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
I really liked it.
I'm trying to make it.
I won't be reading your
you guys,
email.
but I don't even know how. I'm totally, you would think I'd be able to figure this out after 2 years of living like this, but I still can't, so.
Doing fine.
And just a off center question, the chimneys are going away because you're switching to electric heat?
It's gas,
Okay.
yes,
You
but
don't see that too often.
we don't need them. They're no longer in use, I guess.
And you're taking them out, I saw in the
Yes,
interior of the house,
Yes.
giving you more room.
Yeah,
That's good.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
you get a
More
closet,
than-
yeah, so
Right.
it's valuable space.
Okay. Any questions from the board? I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. We're good to go.
Awesome.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm back, by the way.
Okay.
See that.
You sound good.
No, I was on the Dobbs Ferry zoning board presenting the ARB and Dobbs Ferry presenting a project and they approved it, just like that.
Good. Were you having internet problems tonight?
I was running two copies of Zoom, and I think that's too much for my
Ah,
internet
okay.
speed, but
Yeah.
I shut it off.
All right, moving on. 2205, 90 Fargo Lane, solar panels. I think it's John Malone.
Yes. Sorry, I thought we were done.
No, two solar panels, then we're done.
Hello,
Hi, John.
how's it going? I will share screen here. So this is the solar panel submission for 90 Fargo. We're noticed for this. This is the panel that we're using, the QPeak. The system that we're using to mount the panels, it's a gravity-based system to limit penetration to the roof, and it's a very low slope one. So the entire assembly, including the panels, is under 7 inches. These are the mini inverters that would be a panel-based inverter. So there's no other stuff that you see on the roof other than the panels. This is image of the roof of the house, just to remind you guys, it's not done yet, but it has a overhanging roof on this portion here and no parapet associated with that. So in that case, we've held, I don't think it's visible, but we've held the panels back, not quite 4 feet, but we've held them back more than 1 in 4 from their height. I think the way the guidelines were written, it said, one foot back for every 1 foot of height. So we're doing like a 1 in 4 for that. And then in the other cases, we have parapets that we believe will protect it. So in this area, there's a parapet. In this area, there's a parapet, very small parapet. Around.
I'm going to push back on you later when it comes to that setback, because the way I read the Irvington code, it's on a flat roof, the equipment shall not extend above the cornice or parapet. Where there is no cornice or parapet, the equipment shall be set back from the roof edges 4 feet for each 1 foot of solar energy system height. So,
right. So our solar energy system height is 7 inches.
Okay.
So
2/3 of.
Right. So that's why we have about 3'7". I'll show you on the plan in those locations.
Not everywhere though.
Right. Right. So in the areas the area that doesn't have a parapet is this roof over here. You guys seeing my cursor moving, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
So that's this roof where we don't have a parapet. And here we have the 3'7", 3'11", 3'7". And then in the other areas of the roof, we have a parapet around it. So the roof is down about, I think in this case, it's down about 6 inches. So there's probably 1
Where
inch.
is the 6-inch parapet is where?
Here, I can draw it for you. Let me see.
I mean, your
So it's-
your diagram in the upper left-hand corner is showing what you believe to be the,
Parapet height, yeah.
well, the code as far as setback. So that's all. 6
So that
inch.
has a 6-inch parapet, and you see it's set, it's only 1 inch. So, by the, the intent of the code, I think 1.4, in order to give you that view angle, 1 and 4 would only require 4 inches, but we have, 2.5, 2'1", 10. So we're always away from the parapet more than that. This is the same condition where it's potentially an inch above the 6-inch parapet. But again, only these are slope panels that are sloping this way.
Right.
Right. So only this little area here might peak up.
Mhm.
But again, we have the parapet here.
And what is the
And,
rest of that roof is how high? 8 inches parapet?
Yeah. I think this one actually is a 6-inch parapet. Is that what it says? On the drawings, okay. So there's a parapet there. So there's a 6-inch parapet. There's an 8-inch offset again for the 1-inch potential differential from the top of the panel. So again, you get better than 1 and 4. You get double 1.
The high side of the panel is the right side or the left side?
Right side, always the
Okay.
right side. So like that inch is coming up above there, but again, we think it's offset enough not to be seen.
Okay.
And there's other stuff that we've confirmed, that's light safety related stuff in terms of the flat roof. You don't need the access panels and stuff like this. And again, just at the larger level, the goal here is to try to get this house as close to zero energy as we can. So, it's a very tight.
With this
passive.
many panels, I gotta assume you're close.
Yeah. Well, depends on how hot you make it inside. Right. Should be close.
I'm going to make a recommendation that if we approve this array, that I will defer to the building department to decipher what the code actually means, because it says on a flat roof, the equipment shall not exceed above any cornice or parapet. And then only when there are no cornices or parapets do we have the setback. So if we do approve, it'll be based on the building department's interpretation of that code. Sound fair enough?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Anybody
I
have
mean,
any questions?
I think right. You'd have to believe that the intent is this view angle, right? If you think the intent is something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Any questions from the board?
You said for the access doesn't apply on a flat roof. Did you talk about fireman access or?
Yeah. There's other limitations on a slope roof where you have to provide access walkways on different parts of the slope roof. I think that's, if you guys had looked at the package that the village provides for solar panel layout, I'm sure that was provided to you. I just brought that up to clarify that that's all been reviewed in terms of that piece.
All right. It also says, which I'm not going to take issue with, but solar collector units shall be consolidated to one area on the roof to the greatest extent possible and should not be scattered in multiple groups on the roof. But in this case, you have a bunch of small roofs. It's not like one big pitched roof.
Right.
So
yeah, and the initial offer that we got from the initial layout that we got from the solar people had it like sort of trying to maximize it. They have it sort of willy-nilly all over the place. So we tried to put it in a grid so that, if there's a situation where you can see the panels, at least they're regular, right? They're not this high roof up here. We're not worried about. I don't think anybody can ever see this, but the lower roof here, there would be potential to see it from other houses, second floors and stuff. So that's why we organized them.
the houses if you look, if this is north and south, the west side, or the west side is actually property is below that level, is it not?
Yeah, there's a lot of property below. There's not going to be any from the west side looking back east. No one's going to be able to see any of it.
I
That's
think
more
just
about the protection.
only the Hallowells, right, John? Would have,
Yeah, it's the
because
Hallowell
they're so
second
far
floor.
away, right?
Yeah, but from the second floor, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think the intent is to never see solar panels, but right, the intent is so that
Right.
they don't look like
Minimize.
random.
Organized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions from the board before I open it up to the village? Okay, we will open the public part of the application. And we will ask if there anybody from the village other than board members to ask questions or have any concerns with this application.
There's nobody raising their hand to speak, and there are no comments in the chat.
Okay, we will then close the public hearing, and I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's good to go.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. And last but not least, also in the solar vein, ARB 22-06, 198 Riverview Road, solar.
Yeah, if you're here to represent the application, please hit the raise hand button. Thank you.
Well, I'm the homeowner. I didn't know that I was expected to present anything here tonight, to be honest with you.
Okay, do you,
I
who
think
else is
the representative is waiting to get on too, isn't he, Sarah? I saw the name.
Sun Blue?
Good. He's on now.
Chris Hale, right.
Perfect.
Chris, you muted.
Hi, this is Chris with Sun Blue Energy.
How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay. You want to make the presentation?
Yes. So we have the solar panels. It's pretty straightforward installation. It's going to be going on the front of the house. As you can see from this view right here, the house is actually set back from the street a bit. So you will see solar panels. There's this home on Sycamore that I'm just using as an example of sort of how it will look from the street. And this is another view from the street of what the house looks like. And this is the solar panel that will be going on there.
The solar panel and the support for the solar panel, do you know what the height of that is from the finish?
It's like 5 inches.
Okay. Because it needs to be less than 6, which is my concern.
Yeah.
And what direction is this roof facing?
South.
Okay.
I'm just showing you various pictures. So this is the layout. So it's basically 2 rows of solar panels. Then you have the disconnect switch over here. It's really straightforward. And then we have the just a simple rendering of what it would look like.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any photographs of any houses or anything on directly opposite this location?
Yeah, so this house is looking at the house across the street from.
Oh, that's the house across the street?
Yep.
Direct, okay. Most of that house is shaded, I guess. That's the only other houses that we show?
And then you have to the right.
Yeah.
And then to the left.
Okay. Any questions, concerns from the board?
Do we know if neighbors were notified?
We do. They have been. It was in the package.
Okay.
Yeah. But that goes for the last application as well, just so you know.
I saw it in the last application. I can't find it in this one.
Do you want to scroll up? I'm pretty sure they're. Notice of application. Yeah, those are all the people that were notified. Rather than just. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I spoke with all our neighbors, the 5 houses closest to us, and none of them have any objection to our doing this. Or at least that's what they told me.
Okay, well, we're going to open it up to public comment. If there's anybody that has any questions or concerns, they will make their concerns public.
I have a quick question. You're not removing any trees for this, right?
There may be some tree trimming, but no removal of trees. I don't think there are any even tree trimming going on.
It does kind of look like the neighbors can be blocked by the trees in the front yard.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? Okay, I will open up the public hearing on this, and ask that if there's anybody from any neighbors or anybody who feels one way or another to comment on this, please feel free to do so at this time. Anybody, Sarah?
There's nobody raising their hand to speak, and there are no comments in the chat.
Okay. Thank you very much. We will then close the public hearing and move on to the disposition of the application. I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're good to go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
You too. Anybody, any board members have anything to add, questions, concerns? Going forward, we will, I don't know yet. I haven't heard back from Larry Schaffer as to whether or not we will resume a 2-meeting-a-month program. I know that he has or should have brought it to the Board of Trustees at this point to go back. So I don't know whether we're meeting in 2 weeks or in 4 weeks. So I will certainly let everybody know where we stand with this. And when I get word, we'll pass it along.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Questions, concerns, anything? Okay, I will make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, guys.
Aye.
Have a good one.
Okay, you
We'll
will.
see you. Okay, bye-bye.